welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kelsey. I also call myself Dinosaur Mama, and I am here to help you with everything crafty. And today we're gonna do a quick tutorial on how to get the writing off of these to-go cups from the Dollar Tree. This should work with a lot of the stuff that they sell there, and we're gonna remove this so that we can use these blanks. They are reusable coffee cups, like the kind you see at Starbucks, but you get 3 for $1.25. So we are going to remove the writing so that we can reuse it and make them our own. Let's get started. I want to start by saying that I did have other techniques before I ended up with my spatula method. As you can see, I have a magic eraser up in the corner. It's the kitchen version, which is why it has those 2 dots. And I thought I would try this out first. I did wet it before you ask, but it just didn't work. It literally didn't budge. And so I moved on to something else. My next technique that I decided to try was just a regular alcohol wipe. These I bought like 1,000 for $10, I think, 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago. And I still have most of the box. They're actually really great for cleaning off your blanks before you start decorating them. So they come very handy, but I have to say it didn't work. And this is where I decided to go to my spatula. Now, you definitely don't need the alcohol wipe on the spatula. And you can see I'm just going in and lightly scraping off the words. And I'm being really gentle when I do this. You don't need to apply a lot of pressure. It comes off really easily with the spatula. So I'm just scraping as I go. And now I went ahead and I grabbed a Lysol wipe. This is nothing fancy. I'm using it just to get off all those little bits that I'm scraping off. It leaves kind of like a residue as you're scraping. And so I kept going back with my Lysol wipe and cleaning it off just so that it was easier to wash off at the end. And then as I got to the end, I just continued to scrape the same way. It doesn't matter if you go up, down, left, right. I'm just lightly scraping off the words. Again, not a lot of pressure, and you can really use any sort of metal scraper. I happen to be using the Cricut spatula, but they also have a dupe of this at the Dollar Tree. And then again, I'm wiping with that Lysol wipe, and it really cleaned off super nice. Now from far away, it looks super clean, but you do want to go back and just go through all of those little dots and get off all the bits. And then there's going to be a slightly sticky residue that's left over. And all I did was went back with one of those alcohol wipes, the small pads. You can also just use rubbing alcohol and a scrubber. And just so you know, I also tried to use acetone to do this, and it also did not work for me. I have had suggestions like Gooby Gone or that citrus strip, or even putting hot water on the inside and seeing if it like kind of loosens up the adhesive to the writing. But I didn't try any of those because this worked for me. And honestly, there weren't that many scratches. I didn't notice any at all from using my spatula. It turned out really clean. And so here you can see me going in with my alcohol wipe. Some of that speck got into the top lip, so I'm just cleaning it off. And it turned out super clean and ready to be used to decorate. So all you have to do is scrape everything off little by little. I know it kind of seems tedious, and you know what, maybe there might be a faster way, but I didn't want to put any chemicals on it. I wasn't going to go and buy that citrus strip stuff yet because it is actually pretty expensive, and I had all the tools I needed to get the writing off at home. So I just used the metal spatula. You could probably also use the scraper from Cricut if you have one, just something with kind of a sharp edge. And here is our completely cleaned cup. As you can see, I really don't see any residue. There really weren't any scratches, and it was ready to be customized. These are super similar to the Starbucks ones that they sell for $1, which I know isn't a hefty price, but hey, if you can get 3 of them for $1.25 at the dollar store, then why not? Once I had my 2 coffee cups cleaned, I just went ahead and cut some Tech Rack vinyl. You can see this linked below, and I started cutting out some decals for my new cups. If you'd like to see the process of how I applied these onto these new blanks, just comment below and I'll make a second video on that. But you can find both these SVGs for free on my website, www.dinosaurmama.com. And please help support me as I grow this channel by liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. It helps me so much, and I love bringing you new crafts every week to create on your Cricut. Happy crafting!